Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss the question paper of KVS PGT Physics conducted in 2018. We will discuss the first three questions, question number 71, 72 and 73. And the rest of the questions will be discussed in the coming videos. I will make a playlist of these videos so you can easily watch it. Let us see the first question, that is the 71th question. A travelling wave on a string is represented by y of xt is equal to 3.0 into sine of 36t plus 0.018x plus pi by 6, where x and y are in meters and t in seconds. The velocity of the wave is dash. That is the question. How to solve this? See, the displacement relation in a progressive wave is y of xt is equal to some a into sine of kx plus omega t plus phi. Okay, where this y is actually the displacement in y direction, a is the amplitude of the wave, k is actually equal to 2 pi by lambda, and this k is actually called as the propagation constant. Omega, it is the angular frequency or can be called as angular velocity. Then t is the time taken. Then phi, it is the initial phase angle. This kx plus omega t plus phi, this together is called as the phase of the wave. Okay, now let v be the velocity of the wave which we want to find it out. Okay, the velocity of the wave is dash. So we want to find out the velocity of the wave. So let the letter v represents the velocity of the wave. And the relation between this v and omega and k is v is equal to omega by k. Okay, the relation between v, that is the velocity of the wave, omega, and k is v is equal to omega by k. Okay, now you just compare this equation given in the question and this basic equation. Y of xt is equal to 3.0, that is here a is equal to 3.0 sine of kx. So here 0.018x. So what is the value of k? K is equal to 0.018. Okay, kx 0.018x. So while we are comparing these two, the 0.018 is k. Okay, plus omega t. So what is omega here? 36. So omega is equal to 36. Then plus phi, that is pi by 6 here. So to get the velocity of the wave, we have v is equal to omega by k. This is the equation which we want to use here. This is equal to, what is omega? 36 divided by what is that k? 0.018. Okay, while we are, actually omega is actually measured in radian per second. Okay, then k, it is actually measured in radian per meter. So multiplication with reciprocal, radian per second into meter by radian. Radian cancel. So we will get the unit as meter per second. So while we are doing this calculation, 36 divided by 0.018, we will get 2000 meter per second. But in the question paper, the options are given like 3 kilometer per second, 1 kilometer per second, 2 kilometer per second, like that. Okay, so here, okay, options are like this. I'm writing here 1 kilometer per second, 2 kilometer per second, 3 kilometer per second, and I think 0.5 kilometer per second. These were the four options. Okay, so here we got the answer in meter per second. See, this can be written as 2 into 1000 into, okay, 2 into 1000 is 2000 meter per second. What is this 1000 meter? 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer now. So 2 into kilometer per second. So 2 kilometer per second is the answer to this question. Now let us see the next question, that is question number 72. A point mass small letter m is situated at the center of a hollow spherical shell of uniform thickness x, inner radius capital R, and mass capital M. The force with which the shell attracts the point mass will be dash. That's the question. So you consider a spherical shell. Its radius is capital R. Its thickness is given as small letter x. Then the mass of the spherical shell is given as capital M. Okay. Then a small point mass of mass small letter m is kept at the center of the spherical shell. We want to calculate the force with which the spherical shell attracts this point mass. That is, we want to calculate the gravitational force with which the spherical shell attracts this point mass. Okay, the gravitational force between hollow spherical shell and the point mass is F is equal to G mm by R square, where F is the force, capital letter G is the universal gravitational constant, capital letter M is the mass of the spherical shell, small letter m is the mass of this point mass, and R, it is actually the distance of separation between this point mass and the spherical shell. Usually this R is measured from the center of the two bodies, that is the distance from the center of this mass to the center of the spherical shell in general. Okay, this is a hollow spherical shell, no? So mass is distributed only on the surface of the sphere. Then for 0 less than R less than capital letter, 0 less than small letter r less than capital letter R. Okay, that is, okay, let me explain. For 0 less than R less than capital letter R, the force F is equal to 0. Okay, that is the force inside the shell equal to 0. This is the condition. Okay, see, small letter r is the distance or separation between the two masses, that is capital letter M and the small letter m. Usually this r is measured between the centers of these two bodies. So the center of this point mass is kept at the center of the spherical shell, no? So there is no distance between them. They can be approximately taken as 0, or anyway it is less than capital letter R, no? Because this point mass is kept inside the shell. So anyway it is less than R. Okay, so we can take that force F as 0. That is, force inside the shell is 0. Okay, so what is the question here? The force with which the shell attracts the point mass will be dash. What will be that force? That will be equal to 0. Now, let us see the next question. Question number 73. The length of an object is measured to be 0.07900 meter. The number of significant figures in this measurement is dash. That is, we just want to count the number of significant figures in the given value, in the given number. See, as per the rules for determining the number of significant figures, this first 0, no, this one is not significant. Okay, this number, it is less than 1, no, because it is 0.07900. This number is less than 1. And this first 0, no, this one is not significant. That is, we don't want to count this 0. Okay, then as per the rules for the, rules for determining the number of significant figures, if a number is less than 1, this number is less than 1, then the zeros on the right of the decimal point, so here we have a 0 on the right of the decimal point, but to the left of the first non-zero digit, so this is the first non-zero digit and this 0 is left of the first non-zero digit, right of the decimal point and left of the first non-zero digit. That is actually not significant. So we don't want to count this 0 too. Okay. Then as per the rule, if the number is less than 1, then the trailing zeros or the terminal zeros, okay, that is these two zeros. Trailing or terminal zeros means these two zeros at the end, they are significant. That is, these two zeros are not significant. We don't want to count them. But these two zeros are significant. We want to count them. Okay, because this number is less than 1. So the trailing zeros or the terminal zeros are significant. So we want to count them. Alright, then these 2, 7, 9 are non-zero digits. No, they are significant. So how many significant, the number of significant figures is 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4s are significant. So number of significant figures in this measurement is 4. I will provide a link for the video on the significant figures in the description box. If you want, you can watch that. That will be very helpful to you to know about the rules of for determining the number of significant figures and to know more about the significant figures. So that the link for that video will be there in the description box. If you want, you can watch that. Okay, so anyway, in this video we have discussed about the first 3 questions, 71 and question number 72 and question number 73 of KVS PGT previous year question paper. Actually that was in 2018. I hope you understood these 3 questions. Actually, we will solve all other questions in the coming videos, and I will provide you can just see my watch list, playlist. If you want, I will actually provide all those videos in the playlist, so you can easily watch those videos. So I hope you understood these three questions. Thank you.